I hate it when people are like, without men, who's going to protect you? Because it's like, well, without men, I'm actually pretty safe. So, yeah. If you remove men from the situation, I'm pretty safe, doll. So, yeah, without men, we're actually all good.
All the while sitting in a man-made structure. Can't make it up.
I feel like it's now my responsibility to let you know when singles events are like not good. So I'm just going to let you know the latest tea that I got. A friend of mine went to a Thursday event and it was not good. She said it was not good. And I just want to like let you know, because some of these events, I get the hesitation. You go to one that's bad, it makes you not want to go to any of them. And I just got to say, like, some singles events, and I've gone to a couple, are actually like cute, but like some are not. And it sucks because I feel like Thursday dating is a really popular one. And so I feel like if that was my first singles event that I went to and it was really bad, I would never go to another one again. And like also low key, I think we gotta like rebrand singles events just a little bit. Maybe like one kind of singles event, because I feel like they all feel a little bit like we're all going to some weird like mandatory school dance together. And I don't know if it's getting the right kind of people. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just letting you know the tea that was shared with me about the Thursday singles event. If you've been to a good Thursday singles event, also let me know, because this was just one. It was just one, but it was at the Bell's Beach House one in LA. So just giving some feedback, because I have been very busy and unable to do my job as your designated single person to go to all the singles things. So I'm sorry, but my friends, I've got people that have gone, and that was the word. She like left. She fully left. So that's the latest and greatest. I mean, not greatest, but I'll keep you posted.
Alright, so everybody keeps telling me there's all these wonderful men out there that'll take you on dates and buy you flowers and do sweet things for you. And everywhere I look, there's all these men on TikTok that are talking about how they would love that kind of opportunity with a woman and all of these things. And I don't seem to understand why I can't find them. Can someone point me in the right direction, please? Thank you.
Well, I think you might have the outer taken care of. We just want to make sure that the inner work has been done. The healing, the understanding what men like, what they don't like, what makes them tick. Peace, fit, feminine, and friendly. Let's make sure you have those.
At this grown age, I'm not going to hold you. It's a little bit insulting that my mom is going to come to me and ask me, are you talking to somebody yet? Do you have a man yet? Do you have options? Is anybody talking to you? And then I go inside the house, just sweet little me, just handling my business, thinking I'm going to come home straight to my bed. For me to be like, no, Mom. I went out again today and no man asked me for my number, tried to talk to me, winked at me, or smiled at me. And I can't give you the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a great personality. I think I'm sweet. I'm thickums, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold it down, POP, you know what I'm saying? But no, I ain't find somebody yet. And I'm believing in God that he's gonna bring my man when it's time. I do believe my time is yesterday, but you know what I'm saying? God knows what's best. So I'm gonna wait. So sorry, Mom. It's not me. So, man, it's not even me wanting my man to come to me. It's like my mom is asking. So where are you at? Where are you at?
I have a question. Where are all the good men at? And I am being so serious right now. I am being for real. I want to know where the good men are at. If you are someone who dates men and also hates men, I feel like those things are at conflict. And I personally just don't want to carry that around anymore. It's too heavy, it's too much, and I want to heal from it, I want to move on. But I feel like where I'm lacking and where we are lacking societally is just having these positive examples of men being good, men being safe, men being trustworthy. So if you have examples of this, I want to know about it. Please share about it, put it in the comments. Men, if you're seeing this, please chime in, please pipe in. Like, are we safe with you? How can we feel safe with you? How can we stop carrying around this hate for men, especially when we want to be with you? I want to love men so badly, and I do, but sometimes it's hard to feel safe with y'all. So where are the good men at?
As a single woman, I'm getting a little worried when I scroll on this app that like all of the good single men, 30-year-olds and up, or near that range, they are if they're single, they're staying inside and doing exactly what I would want to do, which is like binge a show and like order and take out. Like, why when I'm scrolling, I'm seeing all these like cute men who look like they have their head on their shoulders. They probably don't. Let's just be real. But they're all like staying inside. Like, what I'm trying to do is text a girlfriend and be like, hey, you know what? Instead of me cuddling into bed and binging all of Real Housewives, let's go out. Because I'm just hoping that one day, like, I meet my husband, like, meet cute randomly. Like, I gotta go out and do that, right? I have to, like, actually put myself out there. I have to actually do my makeup and, like, put on a cute outfit and do that, you know? Crazy concept. But I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the opposite. Hey, get out there. Please. Stop ordering takeout by yourself and wait for me to be there with you to do it, okay? Literally, I don't... Probably gonna run into a douchebag. Pray for me.
If you're asking yourself where are all the good men, according to my Instagram poll of 167,000 men, 26% are taken, 22% are single, but they just straight up don't want a relationship, which leaves approximately 50% of men that are available. Oh wait, but out of that, only 12% of men are actively dating, and 40% of men are looking to date, but they're waiting for a unicorn to come to them. I think that when women are asking where are all the good men, they're talking about that 40%. Well, ladies, the men in the 40% are the men that are working overtime instead of going out and dating. Because honestly, they would rather look at the weather app or check their crypto investments rather than ask another girl off of Hinge how her day was for 5 days in a row. They would rather go fishing with the guys or even fishing by themselves rather than spend another $200 on a first date that goes nowhere. And when these men are not at work, they're probably at the gym, playing video games, or maybe ignoring people, which is kind of understandable.
If you're one of the young women that are always saying, where are all the good men at? Ask yourself this instead. Why am I attracting and attracted to the men that are not good for me? Ask yourself that question, reflect on it, and it'll get you much farther than asking yourself the former.
So I always have so many people ask me, where are the good men? Where can I find them? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to put you onto this right now. Are you ready? They're on Zooming with their families for 3 hours on Sunday. They're on a couch somewhere with their mother right now. They're in the corner of the bar, just talking to their friends and keeping to themselves and like not really taking up a lot of space. They're at game night and trivia night. They are playing with their nieces and their nephews at a park somewhere, or maybe even at Disneyland, being the fun uncle. Are they on dating apps? Yes, they have a dating app profile. However, it's probably incomplete. And their photos are probably kind of old, and they didn't fill it out very well. Because they don't check it that often. You are not seeing them because they're not taking up a lot of space. I hope this is helpful.
You know, I don't think a lot of these young ladies really understand how big a lot of the men are on families. And that's why a lot of times when you might date a single mom, you hear a man say, I don't really want to get involved in that because I'm going to get attached to the kid. And when she inevitably decides to leave, then there goes the kid with her. She's going to hold the kid against me, and she knows that. They don't want to go through that. Number one. Number two, when you go through divorce, I know you're going to take my money, and then I know you're going to take my kids from me, and you're going to poison my kids against me. And now I have to fight. You know, money is a big thing. I have to fight to get back the money, right? Just so I can live. But you turn against me the one thing that was innocent, the one thing that was good, and that I could rely on to make my imprint on the world. And you make your imprint by turning them against me.
Sisters, I was having a conversation with a girlfriend the other day, and she was wondering where all the good men are. And once again, I can't preach this enough. They aren't going to come and seek you out until you have done the work. Yes. A quality, healed, masculine man is going to search for a quality, healed, feminine woman. Yeah, it's the truth. So until you have done the work, he's not going to find you. Stop wasting your time.
Recently, I matched with a doctor on a dating app.
Oh, that's pretty cool. A lot of women want a doctor, so this should work out well.
And I was just like, I said, what do you do? He's like, I'm a doctor. And he was just like, I was like, okay, so what's your goals?
His goals? What? He's a doctor.
And he was just like, oh no, I kind of blocked you because like, what do you mean what's my goals? Is a doctor not enough? I don't want somebody who's content with where they are.
Content with where they are? He's a doctor.
Being a doctor is amazing. I understand what you guys go through to get there, but why can't you want more? I guess me having 3 jobs shows you that I'm never comfortable with being in one place.
Not being he need to run for the president.
It's not a money thing more, so I guess it's an ambition thing.
Did she say ambition? Do you know how hard it is to become a doctor? What is wrong with this lady? It takes years to become a doctor. You saying he ain't got no ambition? Do you know why I'm not a doctor right now? Because I didn't want to do what I have to do to become a doctor. People only work 3 jobs when they don't make enough on their one job. If he's a doctor / surgeon, he probably makes enough to only work 1 job. Can't we just close dating for like a year? Just close it. Just lock the doors. Nobody date for like a year. Just shut it down. Let's just regroup and just change some things around because this ain't working, man. This is not working.
It's official. There are no more actual real good men in the city of Toronto. I'm actually thinking in the entire world because I just got bamboozled by a Christian man. So I've dated people, you know, from the streets, worldly men, whatever men. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try dating and talking to Christian men because I was raised Christian. I'm Christian. It is what it is. Y'all, I just got played by a Christian man. At this point, I might as well start dating a damn dog. They're looking more loyal.
How the hell do y'all be finding these men that are obsessed with you, good fathers, can take care of you, spoil you?
They're nerds. They're nerds. You go for the nerd. It honestly blows my mind how we have this like entire trope in American literature and movies and TV shows about the nerdy girl who gets the glow up when she grows up and she was this unsuspecting girl next door, always knows in a book, loved fantasy series and movies girl who then becomes super hot and amazing.
But we don't say that for men.
I want you to hear me loud and clear when I say this, so listen up. If he owns a lightsaber, green flag. If he has purchased a wand from the wizarding world of Harry Potter, greenest possible flag. If he has an unhealthy obsession with Ahsoka Tano, you better run to the altar. Bonus points if he's obsessed with Monopoly, because those little underestimated nerd boys grow up to be men who see what's in here.
We are at the Home Depot to find ourselves a man. We can do this. Option number 1. She's embarrassed about option number 1, so she's running away from me. Option 2. Option number 3, straight ahead. I like it. He's that thick boy. Option 5.
Here y'all are at 45, 50, talking about where the good men at. They were back then 20 years ago. You said he was lame. You said he was boring. You said that you were too lit to be settled down. You were going through your whole phase. Remember that? So yeah, a lot of y'all have already missed that boat, baby girls. Or should I say baby grandmas? Cause a lot of y'all are way too damn old to be in these type of situations. And then y'all are seeking this advice from women who are still in the streets, who still don't have nothing figured out for her damn self.
If you've been wondering where are all the good men, I actually have some homework for you. Start to find and pay attention to the qualities that you love in the men who are around you. The men you know, the men you don't know, the guy at the grocery store who asks to help carry your stuff out to your car. Because when you say, where are all the good men, I already know that you are in a pattern of looking for negative qualities in men. And you're finding them. So start looking for the good men and you will find them.
I'm not sure why nobody wants to speak up about this, but I guess I'll be the one to do it. There is a serious shortage of attractive, eligible, mentally stable, emotionally available men. We need to get a search party together, figure out what has happened, where have they gone, and what do we do about this? because it's a problem.
Look, I have said this before and I will say it again. There is no shortage of good men. It is simply that you don't see the men that are good men in your life as dateable, but they're probably good friends. Like, they're probably in your friend zone. And then for the good men that aren't in your life, it is because they're not looking to date. They probably spent far too long in a relationship that took advantage of their goodness. Those men are either working, they're either at home, or they're just hanging out with friends or doing some sort of hobby in seclusion. So if you really do want a good man, you better look in your friend zone or do all that you can to put out positive energy about men, because they will see you and they might take a chance on you then.
Yeah, I be messing with the worst dudes ever. Like, the men in my city is tainted real bad. And it's time for me to get out because I can't take it. I cannot take it any longer. Like, the man is trash in my city. And I do not want to be victim anymore.
The part they don't tell you about getting a good man is this. You're going to come to the realization that none of them, I mean, none of those men ever really liked you. They might have been infatuated by you. They might have liked to canoodle with you. They might have even liked how you looked. But actually liked you? No, sirskis. And then on top of that, now you have to unlearn a lot of your behaviors because you've been on guard so long, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and this man is not on that. So you can't treat him like that. You bring up an issue, and normally you're used to having to just talk it out and that man just listening to you, sitting by, watching you struggle. You bring your issue to a man that like you. Oh, what can we do? How are we fixing it? Instead of constantly trying to hint at what you need, this man is already getting it done for you. Yeah. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Ta-da!
All the girls that are being 20 right now and absolute in the club in 10 years are going to be 30, trying to settle down and realize that all the good guys are taken. They're going to complain that they were ran through their whole life, but while they were partying for the past 10 years, all the good girls got cuffed by the good guys. Now, when they look at all the men that are options, they're going to be competing with the now 20-year-old good girls.
So where are the men? Where do y'all hang out? Let me rephrase that question and be a little bit more specific. Where are all the good men? I'm talking about men who aren't intimidated by independent women, men who respect women with high standards instead of calling them too picky. Men who are emotionally mature, that they know how to communicate and not play any games. And also men who are actually looking for a real connection instead of a situationship or just attention. I'm a pretty normal person. I'm kind. I do fun activities. I'm pretty social. I recently just joined a pickleball club. I actually met someone who's totally my type, but he is taken. He's not available in the market. So I'm kind of convinced that all the good men are taken in long-term relationships or married. I'm also convinced all the good men are not on dating apps because they could just get into a relationship super easily in real life. Why would they be on the apps? So if you're one of the men with the qualities that I'm looking for, please let me know where I can meet y'all in the comments. Thank you.
Rephrase, relays, heat wave, Lakers in 5.
A quick question. Where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship? Because it's not the dating apps. It's not the coffee shops. I've been trying that. For a while now. Definitely not the bars. Not at my age, because they're all like 21, 22. So they definitely don't want to be in a relationship. And I definitely do not want to be a cougar. Nothing wrong with that. Just not my type. I, again, tend to go about 8 to 10 years older than me. I found out even those don't want to date for a relationship. Even they are still figuring things out. Yeah, they are. So where are we meeting the ones that want to date and be in a relationship? That want to date to eventually get into a relationship? That are dating to see if we're compatible for a relationship, not other things. No. I need to know because I have yet to find them. And I've been looking, so maybe I should stop looking. I don't know. But if you know, please let me know. Help your girl out. Where are we meeting the good men? Where are we meeting the men that actually want to be in a real relationship? Let me know.
Well, she has a boyfriend now, one of which she had to approach. Now, I'll give her kudos on this one. She sent her friend to approach him, and he accepted. They did the back and forth on Instagram, got to know each other through FaceTime, and now seems like they're doing pretty good. I think she said she's 32, he's 28, Army guy. Honestly, good looking fella. I hope it works out.
There's a dark side for when you actually start dating good men. As you start attracting incredible men into your life, you're going to want the same level of quality in all other relationships that you have. So you might decide to leave some old friendships or change how they look, and that'll probably hurt on both ends.
When are women going to learn that most men don't have a problem with you having preferences or even a laundry list of expectations for men, but it's the way that you present yourself? Let me explain. These women come online and they talk about men that are balding. They talk about men that are not 6 feet. They talk about men that aren't in shape. They talk as if they know every single man on the planet, that they aren't ambitious and they have nothing to offer them, while simultaneously preaching that they're top tier women and that they deserve the best. But if you deserve the best, then why do you have to come online and talk about men that you don't find attractive? But if those same men came at you and said the exact same thing, now he's a piece of shit. But what really gets me is that these women are all presenting themselves as materialistic, narcissistic, disgusting, diabolical women, and they can't understand why they are not attracting top tier men. Even the most average man that's considered top tier as an average man is not looking at you because you're presenting yourself as an ungrateful, insufferable human being. And let's just say hypothetically that a top tier man is online. Do you think he's going to choose you when you're coming online and calling men fat losers because you don't find them attractive? Do you think he's going to think that you're a soft, gentle, nurturing woman when you're talking about men that you don't even know? Or if you're listing all of these qualities that are materialistic, or you want him to look a certain way, well, guess what? The majority of millionaires and billionaires don't present themselves as such. It's very, very simple. If you continuously attract low value men, it's because you're a low value woman and that's how you're presenting yourself. Okay, bye.
Ladies, where have all the good men gone? Do you want to know where they went? They have retreated to their homes. Do you want to know why? Because the good men are the ones that have put in so much effort and had women trash them for putting in the effort. They've had women take advantage of them because they want to be a gentleman, they want to open the doors, they want to pay for your dinner, and you just expect that that is supposed to happen. The idea that you should have multiple men pandering after you just to see which one is the best is atrocious. And this is coming from someone who very clearly wants traditional values in a man and in a relationship. But I am not going to be ignorant to the idea that I'm going to have to contribute something to that relationship too. I'm going to have to put in the effort as well. I'm going to have to be able to communicate and have conversation and be really comfortable with who I am, but at the same time understand that if I want a man to be comfortable with himself, I am going to have to allow him the ability to feel comfortable when he is in my presence. None of this, oh, well, you have to do this and you need to do that, and if you don't handle this, then I'm out. Do I have expectations? Of course I have expectations. My expectations are rooted in having morals and values and being a gentleman and understanding what that means. That means that I am not taking advantage of them just so that I can get a date.
I don't hate my man. I hate most men. And for me, I think given what men have done to me personally, to people I love, and the world as a whole, if they all start guilty and have to work their way to innocent, that's not really a big deal to me.
Men are evil. They are violent. They are inherently evil. The underlying message, of course, is don't trust a man, be afraid of a man, don't you dare lean on a man. She even goes as far as to say that they should be guilty until proven innocent because they've wrecked the world essentially and they're these dangerous beings. Of course, it's interesting. She has a boyfriend. I don't hate my man. Honey, yes, you do. Deep down inside, yes, you do, because you can't make these blanket statements about men and then make an exception for your, maybe he's a doormat. He puts up with you. So obviously there's something wrong with him, but you do have an inner hatred of him. You have an inner hatred of all men.
Some of you ladies just get on here every day and show y'all's behind. Y'all got something stupid to say. And y'all gonna let the world know that. You gonna sit back. You need to sit up and realize, man, I'm about to say something stupid. I need to pay attention to all of the foolishness that's gonna come out my mouth so I can know which of the things to say and what not to say. But you're relaxed. By you sitting back like this lets me know that you've been rehearsing just how many dumb things you're gonna say. The whole exact phraseology in the paragraph that's gonna come out your mouth. Silly. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna set them off. It's all gonna be stupid, but they gonna love it.
Ladies, I think we've all lost something. Where are the high value men? Where did they go? They are lost and they cannot be found. I've clearly been looking. I've maybe found a small handful in my dating pool. Not that I've been dating a lot, but a small handful, which it's good. They're out there. But a lot of them are lost or they cannot be found. Help me find the high value men.
This comment was just too good not to respond to. I honestly think it is true that men nowadays are uninterested in the dating game. And they're most likely the good ones, which then leaves us ladies having bad experiences, and then we, in hand, want to get off the dating scene. So then we're both left screwed because all the good ones are out of the dating scene and aren't interested. When is this gonna change though? Maybe we all need to come back together and make it work?
Here's some tough love for today. You're wondering where all the good men are, right? Well, I'm gonna tell you. They're pretty much everywhere. At work, at school, at home, at the grocery store, wherever you can think of. But the problem is, women are not able to find them anymore, and there's a very important reason why that is. We do a lot of research daily on dating and dating advice and what's out there right now, and what we find is unfortunately horrifying. The advice that's out there that's given to women to be successful in love is ridiculous. And all these women go on a date and use these new tactics they just learned about to be successful in love. And you know what happens? It backfires because a good man can sense that from a mile away. So let's go back to our original question. Where are all the good men? Well, they're tired of getting foodie calls. They're tired of being friend zoned. They're tired of approaching women and getting rejected over and over again. And they don't want to do it anymore. And some of them are, you know what, I gave up on dating. Just like most good women out there say the same thing. So let's change dating for the better and stop all the games and the manipulation tactics. Good men will not fall for that. Just like good women should not fall for any of the games or the booty calls or whatever it is. Let's do better.
Okay, but seriously, where are all the good guys? They have to be out there. Those of us that are in the dating game have to believe that they're out there or we wouldn't be doing it. So many of you reach out to me with your stories and I love hearing from you, so keep doing that. But after I posted that last video about the terrible date and the terrible guy, I've heard a lot of really bad stories. Like a lot of them. Why do we have so many bad stories? I fully believe that they've always been happening. We've just never talked about it before. So I'm so glad that we're talking about them now and we need to keep doing that. But if you're a good guy, I'm gonna need you to declare yourself. 'Cause us women, we're losing faith out here.
Marriage and family unfortunately isn't worth it to men anymore. Society encourages women to focus on themselves and prioritize short-term things over long-term commitment. And that shows up in every part of our lives, which makes men not want to marry us. A lot of the qualities that a lot of men look for in a woman are becoming less and less common. And at the end of the day, the risks are so high for him getting totally ruined from marriage and having kids if things don't go her way. Men often don't feel appreciated in relationships anymore. They hear constant criticism about what they should be doing. Even though they're putting in so much effort and they're doing their absolute best, it's still not enough. And a lot of men out there who do want marriage and children. They're going to be a lot more selective than they used to be. They're going to make sure that you bring enough to the table. They're going to make sure they can fully trust you and rely on you when things get hard. They want to know that you're not just there for their resources, and you're not going to try to burn them if you're not happy with the situation.
Where are all the good men? Yep, that's the question of the day. Everybody apparently is still wondering, where are all the good men? And here's the thing. If you look back, I posted about this before, but I just want to let you know as an update, the good men are everywhere. They are everywhere, sis. The problem is you either have disqualified them for your own unrealistic, ridiculous requirements, or they have been so scared from accusations, being told that they are harassing, or, you know, thinking that you want them to approach you, but then carrying on like, how dare they find the audacity to approach you. I mean, at this point, they're everywhere and they're never going to speak to you. You have to speak to them first now. So this is what you get. This is what you get when you scare men into believing that they can never be right. They can never win. They don't understand women at all. They can't even pick up cues anymore. This is what you get. You get confusion, and you get an entire generation of men who would rather be by themselves than to risk talking to you.
I have had an epiphany tonight, right? Listen to this. Forget about going to running clubs. Forget about going to pottery. Forget about going to all these meetup groups, right? Forget about going on Hinge. I know where all the men are. They are in the Devonshire Arms in Soho. I have never in my life seen more men wall to wall, like 90% men. And I'm telling you, young, old, all fit. So fit, like it was baffling. Like that place in Guinness alone is cleaning up. The Guinness is absolutely fast. But guys, we don't need to worry about dating apps anymore because we have the men literally there. So get yourselves into the Devonshire in Soho. It's where dreams are made of. Also, when I say dreams are made of, I got like 2 numbers and I was speaking to 2 guys, and I know I'm dressed like Peg Sayers again, but who cares? The moral of the story is, get to the Devonshire, girls. Get yourself off the running club. You don't need to run anywhere. You need to run to the Devonshire because that's where the men's are. The men's are?
Think about a woman outside as we speak, thinking, plotting, planning on how to bring more women in to disturb your peace and your guy time. This is a male-dominated space, ma'am. Please don't ruin it for them.
So y'all rather reach in the back and get the bad boys, you know, the ones that look good, the one that got the popularity, the one that got the money but no character. That's the man y'all go for. Cause right, you would rather cry in a Bentley, right? Yeah, no, I'd rather not cry at all. See, and the good men at the front going to work faithfully, ain't out all night, ain't clubbing, in bed by 8 watching anime. Them the ones. I'm telling you now, them the ones. But see, look, them the ones that y'all be saying they give y'all the ick, right? No, it's not the ick. You just want the bad boys. The good men is the men that y'all be ghosting because y'all say they too nice.
The number one question I get asked is where to meet good men. Like, where am I going to find him? Once and for all, I'm going to tell you this, that you're going to meet good men right here. When your mind is in the right place, when deep down on the inside, you know that you're that girl, when you have leveled up and elevated, it is going to set yourself to a frequency that the right man is going to hear. If anybody's watched the movie World War Z, remember that the zombies would not attack or go after someone who already had an infirmity. If they were already sick, the zombies just kind of parted the Red Sea around them. When you are in a room full of eligible bachelors, successful, high-value men, but you don't have the right think, you're still infected with whatever kind of mind virus, they will part the Red Sea around you, just like the zombies did in World War Z. Okay? If you want them to see you as a good host that they can attach to, you're going to need to work on yourself. And that's the thing that people don't want to hear. You could be in the wealthiest area, in the wealthiest zip code, but if you don't have the right speech, the right diction, the right etiquette, the right charm, you don't dress the certain way, you're not knowledgeable on world views, you still have limited, very downward thinking, right? You don't have this elevated thinking. You have a negative mindset. You have a negative outlook. If you are not a culturally aware and refined person, it's not going to work for you anyway. You could be surrounded by good men and they will just literally part the sea around you. So please, you could be at the grocery store, but if your mind is in the right place, if you're in the right place, he can find you there. You could be at the dealership, okay? And you could be changing your oil and he could be across from you. You could be at the bookstore and there he is. He'll see you. He'll see you when you start to change your frequency, because you don't meet good men in a physical place. You meet him in your best elevated place. And that happens right here.
Fact that there are just not enough attractive men out there, and there are...
I've seen this video from like 10 different women that sound and look just like her. They're like beautiful, and they're saying how horrible the options are, and they reference like an old guy friend who he agrees the men are horrible. And I probably get a lot of these just because I have a dating podcast that I do with a female-run media company. My co-host is one of the founders, and I just think they're a net negative. I don't think they're helpful. She can just delete the app. If everyone here is no good for you, then walk your way out of the bar. Go find a new bar. Maybe it's in person. Maybe it's meeting through friends and family. I just think this is one of those things that I've been seeing a lot lately that again, a man couldn't say it, but those aren't equal. The men have a lot of power in dating because they don't care. That's why they look the way they do on the apps. They probably aren't putting as much time and effort into it. And I just see these videos and I just go like, I guess this is for you to get views. Maybe it's rage bait because you're probably attacking this is a punch down maybe because you're attacking like a guy who doesn't believe in himself and sees a beautiful woman like, look at all these losers out there, and they're like, they believe it because they think the person's talking to them. I don't know. I just don't know how it helps this person. Like, I guess her and the other hot women can cheer each other on, tell each other how great they're doing, maybe have a panel where they can answer how they were able to get so many views. I got all the views from trashing ugly dudes. And now, I have my own, I'm an influencer and I do this full time now. So I don't know. I just, something I've noticed, not a helpful part of the dating conversation at all. Because she's going to get a boyfriend. That's the thing. She's going to get a boyfriend, and this will all be just a dream. She'll wake up, oh my God. And she'll look at her loved ones. You were there, and you were there. Toto, and Uncle Phil, and Carlton, and Cousin Will. And they're going to go, dear, don't worry. And she's going to be next to her new boyfriend, who's going to be like fine looking. He's not going to be a supermodel. He'll be one of these guys that she was kind of talking about, or he'll be good looking. I don't know. Looks are in the eye of the beholder, all those stupid things. But, this will all, the minute that happens, she gets a boyfriend, she's on a different TikTok saying how there's, how she mothers better than the other mothers, or does weddings better than the other people, or she'll be downing someone else. This is I don't know. I just don't buy it.
Men are dumb, and you can get them to do anything you want by using the following manipulation tactics. If he tells you he's not looking for anything serious with you, don't go like, oh yeah, no, me neither. Say you do. Just not with him. This will make him feel like he's not good enough for you, and he'll want to be better, and he'll start chasing you. When he asks you about a certain item, like a piece of jewelry or something, giggle about it. Don't give him a straight answer. This will make him think there's more to the story. You can make him feel extra insecure by saying, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. Find a reason why the two of you cannot happen. Like a stupid one. Oh, we're in the same friend group. It really wouldn't be a good idea. Guaranteed he'll want more. Let me know if you want a part 2.
Men are not chasing women. They're not interested in playing all the games. And I don't understand why women haven't learned this by now. But also, I can almost guarantee that the majority of men don't overthink things in the same capacity that this woman is trying to say. Every time I see videos like this, my first thought is like, imagine if the roles were reversed and men came on the internet making videos to each other about how to manipulate women. The feminists and the women would go absolutely insane. It would probably be similar to Risa Tisa's story, where it's pathological, it's lying, it's all of the things, and he's pretending to be someone that he's not. And we can all agree how fucked up that is, but imagine he's giving tips to other men on how to do it. And y'all make videos like this and think it's absolutely okay. Like, why do you have to play games to get a man? Like, what does that say about you? But not only that is, y'all can't understand why men have given up, why men have checked out, why men treat women like shit. It's because they've been dragged through the mud so many times because of videos like this and teaching each other this, that now all the good men are like, this, we're gonna treat you how you treat us, and y'all don't like it. But not only that, the funny part about it is these are the same women that can't understand why their dates suck or why there's no good men left. They'll be crying on the internet like, oh my God, I try so hard, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I'm a firm believer that you attract exactly what you are. And if you're watching videos like this and taking tips from women like this, then obviously you're gonna attract piece of shit and you get exactly what you deserve. Okay, bye.
Where are all the good guys at? I get this question all the time. Totally get it. You're crushing in a career, your life is together, but somehow dating feels like a complete I'm gonna let you on something real quick. Those solid, genuine, intentional masculine guys you're looking for, they're out there. I swear they are. But the thing is, they're probably not where you've been looking. A guy who's really focused, ambitious, he's got purpose, and he wants that traditional relationship. He's not obsessing over the dating apps, and he sure isn't looking to date his competition. He wants someone who brings some different energy to the table. I'm going to break it down into some actual steps you can take today. 1, delete those dating apps off your phone. I'm serious. Most high value guys aren't spending hours swiping, they're investing their time somewhere else. 2, make a list of 3 places where a man with purpose might actually hang out. Morning fitness classes, networking events, volunteering, hobbies, sports, activities. Pick one of those places and commit to showing up this week, just once. That's it. Show up with an open mind and no expectations. And when you're there, focus on being approachable. Put your damn phone away. Make eye contact, smile. These little things can make a massive difference. When you meet these guys, allow them to pursue you. Don't overtext. Be receptive. Let him take the lead. When you're vibing with what you actually want, you become a magnet for it. The good ones are 100% out there. You just need to be where they are.
You know, this is something that I had a conversation with my wife about recently. I don't think a lot of women truly understand the power of a man. He's talking about you go in there and be receptive, but a lot of boss babes walk into a room trying to establish dominance. I'm an alpha woman, so that means, I think I heard in a clip her say, I need a double alpha. What the heck is that? I need somebody to really manhandle me. No, I'm not going to handle you. If you don't want to listen, then that's it. I'm not going to be sitting up here going back and forth with you and playing games with you. And it doesn't matter if he's a man making an average salary or a man making a high level salary. It's not going to matter. Men are very similar. Don't come in my space thinking that you're going to dominate what I've set up, the structure that I've built. Now you can come on my team, we can work together, and we can work together well. You can teach me some things, I can teach you some things, and we can bounce ideas off of each other. If you think of the dynamic of Batman and Robin, Batman is a billionaire. He's fighting crime on the other side. So I'm creating technology or have my hands on a lot of stuff on the business side. But then when I go to fight crime, I have assistance, I have resources, I have all of these things to help me win the battle on crime, right? Or win the war on crime. I need a partner because I have assistants at the house through my butler, Alfred, through Lucius Fox, and anybody else, Jim Gordon at the precinct. I have those resources, but they are a lot of times not out in the field or not able. They don't have the ability to fight crime with me like I need them to. So a Robin or a Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, or a Nightwing would assist me greatly because they know how to get out there and fight crime. I've trained them. I've showed them my secrets. And I need their help. I need their assistance. But if we're sitting back here arguing, Robin is very clearly Robin and Batman is very clearly Batman. We're both in our garb. And you're sitting up here arguing with me about who's going to take the primary and who's going to be Batman and Robin tonight. I'm Batman. I'm in the suit. Well, you take off the suit and you give it to me and I'm going to be Batman for the night. No, you're going to get out of my face. As a matter of fact, you're going to go fight crime on your own because you're not going to be on my team. And instead of us sitting up here arguing, we could have been down the road. You could have knocked out what you needed to. I could have knocked out what I needed to. And we could have come back together for a debrief. That's what modern women want to do today. They want to sit up, chirp, da, 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 da. I'm Robin. I'm Batman. And I have the ability to be, I'm educated enough to be Batman. Why am I got to always be Robin? No. Go in that room. Be receptive. Be open. Be approachable. And the good thing about it is you can find them anywhere. You can go to these networking events or you can go to the store. Men of all levels go pretty much to the same places. Yeah, you might find the guys with a little bit more money in a country club or whatever it might be, a certain lounge. But they're still pretty much going to go to the same stores. Guys that are humble, guys that are not trying to use you as a trophy, they're pretty much going to go to the same stores. So, whatever dynamic you want to be a part of, you need to have your mind open and asking questions. And if these are the guys that you want, they're going to invite you into the conversation. You just have to wait your turn and play your part. So what is it that you do? Well, I do a little bit of this, and this. And, I recently started doing X, Y, and Z. And, I really like it. I'm really passionate about it in X, Y, and Z. Oh, really? Hey, maybe we can get together on something like that. Hey, take my number, take my card down, and we can get together. Let's exchange info. All of a sudden you have an opportunity to build your business. And all of a sudden he has an opportunity to do the same. Maybe you guys like each other so much that, hey, man, I know, we got together on a business deal, but why don't we talk it over dinner? What do you think about that? Hey, man, I like this deal so much. Why don't you meet me again for dinner? What do you say Friday? And then y'all begin to talk more and more. And not only are you business partners at that point in time, but you become friends, which is what you're looking for. But if you're always looking to dominate the man, you're not going to get very far.